yourself. Like, so there is like exceptions to the rule of, just be your true self. If you're like some doofus that's just being a rude a-hole all the time, then no, you shouldn't be.
So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about.
What's up, freaks? Welcome back to the Breaking the Cycle podcast.
I actually have PTSD from those buttons.
We haven't recorded in a really long time now. So today we are going to be talking about why it's important to be your freak self and why you shouldn't let others tell you how to live your life.
Awesome intro. Better intro than I would have done. I would have said some weird stuff. Especially Tyson's intro that he was
Please
practicing.
don't talk about me.
He was
You're right here, so you can.
You're not to tell me how to live my life.
Don't let others evaluate and precipitate your life.
Precipitate.
I never
They're
said
gonna
that.
rain on your life.
Precipitate. So it's
I
gonna
never
rain
said
on
that.
you. Anyway, let's get rolling. So we're talking about the freak. So this is the end of the series. What series is this the end of?
Decaf. Yes,
Decaf.
I got to say it.
The decaf series. Your thing has a lot of sound when you bang it like that because it's not on a stand. So watch those hand things. So decaf is the end of discipline, energy, confidence, action, which we did
freak.
episodes and all those. And this is freak. This is kind of our pillars of our family. And the freak is the final one, which is about what we live on. What is it again? Just as you said in the beginning, Midge.
It's today we're going to be covering why it's important to be your freak self. So be yourself, be unique, and not let others tell you how you need to live.
Were you about to say not give a what other people think about you? I felt like you were about to say that.
No.
If I could, then maybe.
If I could?
What do you mean if you could?
You're never going to be able to could.
Able to could?
This
Excellent.
kid needs grammar lessons. Kid, go back to preschool.
All right.
Back to preschool.
So let's jump into it. Let's talk about freak. What does it mean to be your freak self? Give me a example or a story.
Oh wait,
about
before we head into it, do you guys want a starting joke?
Oh
Who wants a
no!
starting
Oh
joke?
no! I forgot about these.
I'm actually going to need a therapist.
All right.
Do you know I used AI? I used ChatGPT. I used Google search. I used Google's AI to find jokes about freak, and they were so bad that I don't even know if I have any for this episode. They were bad.
It's still same though.
I don't even know if I can.
I searched up on Google for jokes about freak and other upcoming podcast episodes, and none of them were good.
They were
If
bad.
you guys have listened in the past, so you know that me and Tyson, we tell Steve jokes, and he has to try to get them under 10 seconds. But if you've skipped the past few episodes, he actually has been giving us jokes. And
they've been horrible.
They've been good. Mine have been good.
Yeah. Okay. So
all right, let's go quick. What do we got for the joke?
Why did the brilliant scientist disconnect his doorbell? No stalling.
I know this answer.
Say it again.
I've literally done this joke.
Why did the brilliant scientist disconnect his doorbell? My finger's already on the button.
Why do you have your finger on the button like as if I'm going to fail already before you even start the countdown? Why did you said the microphone is a new microphone, so it was like I'm getting a little feedback.
This thing is like 10 years old.
What?
It's older than me.
It's brand new to us.
I know what the answer is.
I'm
not going to say it.
Why did the brilliant scientist disconnect his doorbell? No more stalling.
The brilliant scientist disconnect his doorbell.
10.
Why did
Electrocution, electricity.
I know the answer.
No.
Ding dong.
Do the timer.
Ding dong. Bell ring. Ring a bell. What is this? Because it rang a bell. Am I anywhere near on the track?
Close.
Shit. Stop. No, this dumb face, it is very distracting. Like, imagine having to look in this face and trying to focus. That's hard to focus looking at that face.
I feel for you, man.
Say it one more time because you were very mumbly when you were saying it.
You got the whole timer and
See, your voice is so screechy in that new mic.
Why did
you can probably see that. I mean,
No,
your
I can't.
handwriting is questionable.
What is it?
Why did the brilliant scientist disconnect his doorbell? You get 5 seconds.
Stop. Very too much pressure. Why did the brilliant scientist disconnect his doorbell? It was ring. It's something with ring.
No,
Ringtone.
5 seconds.
Ring. Fuck. I didn't get it.
What did you just
I didn't say anything.
Swear jar.
What? The hell is that?
Do you want a hint?
Well, I failed it.
It's something to do with
It
the
didn't go through.
doorbell.
I failed, Mitch.
Oh, right.
You had your finger on the button the whole time. You didn't even hit it.
Sorry.
And the
we're rusty.
All right.
We're
All
rusty.
right. Give me a hint. Quick hint. 'Cause we got to get on with the show.
What is a prize that has to do with
Doorbell?
With a science.
Maybe
Science.
not door.
Bell? No idea. What? We got to get moving.
He wanted to win the Nobel Prize.
Oh my God.
Disconnect his doorbell.
That's actually a
he didn't
figure
have
out one if you were thinking and smart.
if you
So
did-
that was
telling me you
a little,
weren't
if you
thinking.
didn't-
that was a
and
little
you're
tough for
not
me.
smart.
If you didn't
Yeah.
have that guy's mind.
Jeez. That was actually a good one. Hard one, but that was a decent
Yeah.
one. All right. So let's go.
Get into it.
Let's talk about the freak, the being yourself, living life on your own terms. So I'm just going to say what freak is overall to me, what it means to me. And it's really just being yourself, being you're marching to the beat of your own drum. You are living life on your own terms. You don't give an F what people think about you. The people that don't matter think about you. Do you think I should care what you two think about me?
Well, we matter to you.
So I should care. He's
But,
saying no. He thinks no. We're right back to where we
Maybe
left
he
off.
doesn't matter.
The last episode, which was a couple months ago, remember, right back to where we left off.
That's not true.
Whenever you say it's not true, it means it's double true, probably. I think we need
Most likely.
Midge, you're slacking too, because right when he said that, he should have gotten a
Beep or whatever. What is it? Beep?
ding dong or whatever when he does something
Which one
boneheaded.
do we use?
You don't even remember. Wow, you are slacking.
Is it
Oh, this one.
Yeah. There it is.
Got one doing.
Got one
You
doing
guys are
already.
such bullies.
Maybe
So-
you're just like really dumb.
So it is not giving an F what people think about you, but you should absolutely give an F what the people that matter think about you. So should I care what you should think about me?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Should I care what
Most
should I care what clients or friends or other guys that I run business with?
Or
Should I care
peers.
what they
Yes.
think about me? Yes. Should I care what someone on the internet that I don't know that there's another ding for him thinks about me? Imagine there. There's people on the internet that hate on
Think
me.
like what they say actually like.
No, but that
impacts
I
on
don't
you?
even see this stuff. I don't even know that. Like, I've come across videos from like YouTube that were like a year old about me. So imagine a year goes on about someone talking about you and recording about you and getting views about you and probably getting monetized about you, and you don't even know they exist. Imagine being the person who's obsessed with someone, wasting their time and talking about someone who doesn't even know they exist. That's what
That's
being
a real
actually
nobody.
That's actually totally true though. Because
Of
some
course.
people on YouTube and stuff, they're getting millions of views. Like for the
Oh, they're
project,
getting paid.
for example.
I could
get
give them. I can get them
monetized.
content every week. They could do a video every week and just send me a cut, man. Like, what the hell?
Like 25%.
like
Yeah.
almost all of the content they use like haters like against the projects and stuff.
You got to stop with the hand switching because it echoes in there.
Almost all of the content, like of course there's some about like the other instructors and stuff of the project, but it's really mostly about you.
Yeah,
so.
they hate it. They like
should
to
get
have
a
me.
cut.
Yeah, definitely should get a cut.
You're crazy.
What? Anyway, so
What?
also but being yourself doesn't mean you just like. What if you're just a rude a-hole all the time? Should
Come
you
close
be,
to the swear jar there.
should you be yourself all the time? Like,
Of course you should.
if you're a rude a-hole, you should be
No,
yourself.
no.
No,
I mean,
you
no.
need to get your shit together. You need to work on yourself. Another one for him. You should work on yourself. Like, so there is like exceptions to the rule of, just be your true self. If you're like some doofus, it's just being a rude a-hole all the time, then no, you shouldn't be yourself. Are you keeping a doing counter? So that's overall what
I
freak
am.
means to me. Tell me about how do you show an example of yourself being a freak? Not really what does it mean to you, but what is like an example, Midge, of
I have actually
Being
a
your
couple
freak
different
self.
examples.
Give
so
one.
I'm just gonna give one. So a couple months back, I was
Midge? We are here.
right. A couple months ago, I was reading this book by Craig Ballantyne. Some of you may know him. He's one of my favorite authors, actually. The Perfect Day Formula. I was reading it, and this was one of the older versions, but I wasn't really aware of that at the time. And I realized that there was something wrong with the writing, and I didn't really understand it. So I decided to send an email to Craig, and I was like, "Hey, Craig," I told him my name, and I told him that I'm reading his book, and I'm really interested in it, and I'm really enjoying it. And I told him that I realized that about this one flaw. And he responded to me like a week later and he said that the email made his day. He was telling me that was an older version of the book, and he actually told me that he would send me the new version for free if I just gave him, like our shipping address. And when I actually got it in the mail, he sent me all of his books along with like a kit and a journal and everything. So that was really fun. But the reason I chose it as my freak story is, first of all, other normal kids would not be reading a book about personal growth or personal development in the first place. And even if they were, they would not be brave enough, because I was really nervous about this, but they wouldn't really be brave enough to send it out to a millionaire author.
Not only probably not brave enough, probably wouldn't need to have recognized
the flaw.
Yeah, exactly what you picked up on. So that's awesome. That's
It wasn't
that's
just
a cool
like a little
example.
grammar mistake though. Like,
I'm glad you didn't use the other freak one, because I'm going to steal what was really could be yours, but it's the one I always use. So now they can't use it, and you better not be stealing mine either, Tyson.
but I mean, it could be used
which
for
is
Tyson.
That right there.
It could be used for Tyson too, because
So,
it's something we
all right,
have.
Tyson, what do you got for your, like, what's your example of just being a freak, your freak self? And freak, also, by the way, freak is an acronym. Do you guys memorize? You guys memorize the acronym for
I
freak?
think so.
Ooh, if you don't know it,
give a
that's
go
Does
at-
F stand
Can
for
I
freak?
give?
Another one, please. So, in an acronym for a word, you think, but every acronym, the first letter would be the word of the acronym, right? So every acronym would be, the first word would be the same word of the acronym,
So
according
just
to your
like
philosophy.
infinite.
It would just be an infinite acronymism. Wow.
Acronym.
How many dings has he got already? This is a record.
4.
We're only 10 minutes in. We got to keep this under like a good amount of time. All right. So that's a record. Good job, man. PRs. You said PR in the gym today, and now a PR.
Nice.
I actually did set a gym.
Nice
You
job,
did 95 pounds
doofus.
with the barbell for 10 set of 10. Holy crap.
Nice job, doofus.
It's like almost like a warm-up round for me. No. All right. So what is your story
Okay.
for a freak?
So my story is 5 years ago when we moved to California was when we went across the country, and I transferred into, like, both of us actually transferred into a different school, and it was like super awkward the first 2 weeks of just being like the new kid there from all the way from New York. And especially when we moved to Riverside, I remember I walked into the classroom and I was wearing the free code clothing at the time. Literally the second I walked in, everyone went like,
They giggled and
Yeah.
chattered about you behind your back.
I know.
They snickered at your expense,
Snickers.
as
at
the
your
haters
expense.
would say.
And just like not really caring about people that I didn't really know yet, what they like thought and said about me. I'm sure a bunch of them gossiped about me when I first came into school, but they just like not caring about like what they thought, especially since I was like the new kid until I made some friends.
And how did it turn out? Like months later, you only were in that school for a few months before we got yanked you guys out and started homeschooling. But was it disastrous after that? After
no.
the
No, it was fun.
Were you bullied?
No, especially when we went out to run in the morning, they definitely stopped laughing then.
why?
Because I was the only kid who ran the entire time for like, I don't know if it was 10 or 15
Oh, right.
minutes.
They would like make fun of you for being the only one that actually runs. So you're supposed to go out
They
there to
would
run a
make
mile.
fun of me.
They would say he
For
used
running
cheat
when we were
codes
supposed to
for
run.
running.
Yeah,
So
they
the
said I
teacher
was
sent you out to run a
hacking.
mile, and then you got made fun of for running a mile. Even by the teachers would almost like probably hate on that. So all
They
right.
said you would use cheat codes. And speaking of free code clothing, you're wearing a shirt
and
right
this is
now.
the freak. This is the freak shirt.
If
the
you're
one that's actually the
interested,
freak
check it
shirt.
out at freecode.site.
Or not. Because it's only available to ourselves. We didn't even make that open.
We
like,
didn't?
No. Right now, it's not.
Oh, never mind then.
No, it was only for our own shirts. We're eventually going to launch it
Yeah.
out there. But yeah.
Okay. Keep
It was
your eye
only-
out for
It was
that.
only our personal stuff that personally we're making for ourselves and selling. So for me, it's the two different color shoes. We've talked about it a few different times, but that's like the ultimate statement of being your freak self. Like every day wearing two different color shoes, not caring, like putting those two different color shoes on and not caring that people are going to see you have two different color shoes. Like your video in the Kill House.
Oh yeah,
There were like 3 comments on it.
Everything's good besides his shoes.
They're like, but why? He was focusing too much on the mission that he forgot to put 2 of the same shoes on or something.
Yeah,
but
and
the point is, if I'm putting 2 different color shoes on, like, and I'm going out of the house, it's already off. I'm already awkward a little bit. So like, it can't get any worse. Like, okay, I have 2 different color shoes, so I can't be any more like weird or like I already know it about myself. I'm basically putting it out there about myself. I call it like the movie about Eminem in 8 Mile. I don't know if you guys have seen.
Oh no, we watched.
You guys
it.
watched part of it. I don't know if you watched the whole thing. But
What's it called?
8 Mile.
Oh.
At the end, he has a rap battle, like the final one against his
and he just
his arch rival.
Okay.
I'm not telling a story or anything. Yeah, go ahead. Just tell my story.
No.
I'll tell your story. You tell mine. There,
Please stop.
Please stop.
Please stop. Oh gosh, I dropped my pen.
So in the end of the movie, he gets to choose. They have a coin flip about who raps first, and it's like a rap battle. So you're supposed to be like insulting the other one and like talking shit and whatever. So he chooses to go first, but he knows all the things that the guy's going to say about him, all the bad stuff about his life and his childhood and his mother and how he got beat up and his girlfriend and his mother was like a crackhead and all this other stuff. He knows that that's what the other guy was going to rap about. So when he went first, and he just rapped about all that stuff better than the other guy was going to rap about it, about himself. So it's like, I'm putting all this stuff out there about myself.
There's no one that people can say to you.
What could you possibly say to me that's going to like hurt my feelings? I'm going out there with 2 different color shoes. That's like that same 8 Mile theory.
Same mentality.
I'm putting it out there. Like, I put military videos out there that I'm a pog. I wasn't in combat. I wasn't in the infantry. But then they'll still say, oh,
and then you got a better job for that. You got air wing, right?
Yeah.
Air, like the weather or whatever, which is probably a much better job than being a grunt.
I mean, there's no such, not that it's a better, it's not that it's a better job or not.
You need more skill, I think.
It's just not necessarily that either. Not really.
You were the
Not
weatherman.
necessarily. Not necessarily. But the point is that you're putting yourself out there, putting your stuff out there. So what could someone possibly ever say to you to like hurt your little feelings or like drag you down, especially the people that don't matter? So anything else that you guys want to add in about the freak, about being yourself?
Yeah.
I actually do too. So, Tyson?
On one of my videos about, it was on Instagram. I was talking about launching Freak Fit. And like maybe like a week later, 2 weeks later, some guy comments on the video, "Shut your mouth, kid." Like, I'm not.
A guy told him
Offended.
a grown-up commented on his video talking
Shut your
about
mouth, kid.
doing workouts for other kids, homeschool kids, and a grown-up man says, "Shut your mouth, kid."
Like, if it was something like a little less than that, I might have kept it on there, but I just blocked the guy because he was just being like,
block, delete, mother effer, move on.
Cutting close to the swear jar again
I
there.
don't even know what that means. If that was the case, if there was a swear jar in this house,
rich.
you would all be millionaires, and I'd be dead
We'd
freaking
be
broke.
laying in the cash.
And I'd be dead freaking broke.
Laying
Anything else to add on before we kind of
Yes,
make this
I
wraps
do.
up?
So
Something makes a quick, sharp, short video just about being yourself.
Another reason that me and Tyson are freaks, or like that's what we like to call it. You guys can call it whatever you like, but is that we don't do homeschooling. We do home life things. So that's even different. That's even more like. It's even more on our own as the homeschooling system.
You know, like now it's a little more since like the Corona time and Zoom. Remember, you guys were in Zoom halfway and this and that. So homeschooling became a little more popular. But you know, like when I was a kid, if someone was homeschooled, they were obviously ahead of the game. Imagine like they were like decades ahead of their time. We're talking 40 years ago when I'm in elementary school. If there was someone that was homeschooled in those times, they were literally thought of to be like a freak of nature. Like, what a weirdo. There must be something so wrong with that kid. He's going to grow up to be a serial killer, all this other, like, that's how you thought of home. Like, they were just so weird. But you know what? Those people are just ahead of their freaking time. Those people just knew something we didn't know. They're like, why would I waste my time learning all this other stuff?
Like Napoleon Hill said in that one book of his.
Outwitting the Devil. Yeah, a couple of them, but Outwitting the Devil. Yeah, like, those people were ahead of their time, but they literally were thought of as like freaks, like a bad way you think about, oh, what a freak. Jeez. Not like our freak, which is freedom. Oh, acronym. That's what we need to finish off on.
Can I give a shot at it?
Yeah, what you got?
Freedom, role model, enthusiasm, action, attitude. Kill.
And kill. She got it.
Got it.
I would have gotten
First
that, but
try.
like, I didn't raise my hand.
Oh, I would have got it, but I didn't raise my hand. That's something. There we go. It's like you're breaking PRs.
6 under 20 minutes.
In 17 minutes. 6. You're getting 1 in less than every 3 minutes. That is impressive, bro.
That's not impressive.
That's the high ratios, man.
Impressive.
High ratio.
All right, so that's what our just quick take on why you should be your freak self. Some examples of being your freak self. Anything you guys want to add into just being your freak self that you have to
Not
throw
really.
in?
And comment down below how you live your own freak lifestyle.
How are you a freak? What are you doing to be your freak self? What are you doing to even show your freakness every day and waving your freak flag high in the sky so you could attract like-minded freaks like yourself, like those people on the internet that I don't know, that I don't even know exist. I don't have enough time for friends that I already have and the people I already know. Like, I don't need those other rest of the 7.9 billion weirdos out there.
And maybe if you don't have your own type of lifestyle, maybe it's time to change that. So let this episode be an example maybe of how you could start living life on your own terms.
And if you are when we say be yourself, again, if you're being one of those turds on the internet, don't be yourself. Don't just be yourself. Like, yes, change the way you are, change the way you approach stuff, change your attitude, change the whole freak acronym, everything that's in that acronym. Those people are not free. Those people are like prisoners in their own head because they're so pathetic. They're not role models to anyone. No one sees them and says, oh, I want to be like.
Not enthusiastic.
Their enthusiasm is like negativity.
Along
enthusiasm. Their attitude is just piss poor, shitty, negative attitude. And they're not killing the fear and killing the doubt, killing the uppercut. They're not killing the bullshit voice in the head.
They're killing positivity.
They're killing the positivity. They're not killing the task in front of them. They're just wasting their time and wasting their life. So
they're killing their freedom.
How can you be a freak? What can you do to be your freak self?
Comment down below.
What do you do to be your freak self? And why don't you all take them home while I shut this down?
If you guys like this episode, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and like the video and hit that notifications bell
so you never miss out on any future videos we upload, even that stuff that's just not BTC but other things too. And comment down below how you live your lifestyle.
And this is the last episode of the Decaf series, and we'll see you guys in the next one. No excuses.
No one told you yet today. You are freaking awesome.
No excuses.
So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried.